Let's talk about the current status of the sneaker market. We have tons of new releases that are going for under retail. You have the Travis Scott Olive Jordan 1 lows going for 5 times retail. So what's the deal with the market? Well, about I don't know how many months ago, we predicted that the sneaker market was gonna come crashing down, and I think it's safe to say that it has come down since that moment. If you look at 6 to 12 months ago, when sneaker releases were happening, anything from dunks, from mids, to SBs, to anything that came out was selling out, and people were reselling them, making, even if it's $50 or $100 off of each pair, so every single release sold out. Now, if we come to current day, this is a brand new Jordan 1 high that just came out for $180 retail, is selling for $135 on the resale market. Now, yes, a lot of people think this is ugly, and yes, they released a ton of different pairs, but it's still showing a lot of stuff sitting. And a Jordan 1 high, this a year ago, this would be reselling for double, triple the price, even if you guys think it's ugly. Before we get started, this video is sponsored by Poizon. Poizon is an online lifestyle community that is one of the first to develop the verify before delivery shopping mode, guaranteeing the authenticity of products. They do this with their 8-step verification feature, along with their 10+ quality checkpoint, to ensure every single product meets Poizon standard. Now, I shopped on the platform and got 2 products. Let me show you those. And that is the Dunk Low Graffiti right there, check those out, as well as the New Balance 550. Dunk Lows are some of the easiest shoes to wear right now, and this is a really good and unique colorway, as well as this is the New Balance 550, which are super simple and clean. The gray and white colorway, you cannot go wrong, very easy to make an outfit with. Poizon has competitive pricing on their hand-picked and authenticated products, so you can get the best deal. You may have heard of Poizon prior because they have been in other countries, but now they're in the US. And if you order now, they also offer free shipping across the United States. So make sure to go ahead and check out Poizon, the link in the description down below. From sneakers, apparel, sunglasses, designer bags, and more, thank you to Poizon for sponsoring this video. I want to give another example of where the market has gone and how it's gone down. Now, if we remember, one of the most popular shoes of all time in the past 5 years is going to be the Panda Nike Dunk. Now, this shoe was called the Unbreakable by everybody. At one point, sneaker stores were selling them for $400 a pop. Yes, $400 a pop. Now, if we come to current day, if you look at all the graphs, the data on different apps like StockX and whatnot, this shoe right now is selling for about $130. Now, $20 over retail, but I think it's officially safe to say that this is a brick now, because there's proof in the pudding. Nick and I went from the video yesterday where we went and bought shoes from the mall to see what we can find for retail. We both found pairs of Nike Dunk Pandas for retail at different malls at different times of the day that are sitting in bigger sizes, not in like a size 8, 8.5. This one's an 8.5, and mine was a 10.5. So that shoe has now become available. Is that a bad thing? No. Is it a bad thing that shoes are under retail? No. Let's talk about it more. Let's talk about the pricing trends of some of the new hot releases, and then also the pricing trends of the older shoes that are continuing to go down now. But when we talk about new stuff, there's not a lot that resells, but there are particular shoes that are, and they're reselling really, really well. Now, how I go ahead and gauge this in my mind is the availability at resale stores when we go and we shop there. For example, this Jordan 4 Nike SB. These have not been available at sneaker stores here in Atlanta since they came out. Usually a pair that comes out, for example, the Jordan 4 Thunder, those came out and they have multiple sizes at stores right now. This specific SB Jordan 4, these have not been at stores, and when I talk to stores about them, they say we have to keep increasing the pricing because we can't keep them in stock. So that's making them put them at, I don't even know what they're at now, because they were selling them at $500 a pop literally a month and a half ago. So retail on these was a little bit higher, $225. But if you look at the pricing on the bigger sizes of these are now, in this size right here, are going for about $530. Now, that is on StockX, which is basically the lowest price that you're gonna find for resale, because 1, people don't necessarily trust StockX much anymore. 2, you have all the fees added on top. So I think a real representation of the market is what the sneaker stores are selling for and what GOAT is selling for. But if we're comparing, because everybody looks at StockX, that's what the numbers are at. This easily could be sold at a sneaker store for $600 to $650. Now, that price is increasing. When these came out, I think I paid, what, $350 for these? Actually, I got these for retail. What am I talking about? When these came out, they were about $350 at stores, maybe $400, and then if it was stretching it, $500, but they were like, I don't want to charge that much. So that shows you this specifically is staying up. Another one, the Jarritos Nike SBs. Now, this one is one that's gonna be hard to tell because they were a limited release, apparently 30,000-ish pairs on sneakers, but them being a really cool colorway, having the cutaway materials makes them desirable, as well as everything with the Jarritos collaboration along with it. So these right here are also going up in price. Retail on these is $130 now. Last sale in this size, $530. Now, that at a store would be about $600 to $650. So again, when I'm not seeing these at stores, and these are pretty recent, but when I'm not seeing these at stores, that means that the price is thriving on them. And then when you see shoes sitting at the resale stores, that means they either have a lot of inventory or they're not moving as fast. Any Travis Scott Jordan 1 Low consistently sells for insane amounts of money. Any collaboration that he does with a Jordan 1 or Jordan 1 Low or Jordan 4 is going to do well. There's some other Cactus Corporation stuff that goes for under retail, but these specifically, retail is $150. And right now in a size men's 11, which is a women's 13, 12 and a half is, geez, last sale $1,415, but lowest ask $990. What's curious to me about that is a very stark difference in price, because the last sale before that was $1,000, then $998, and then if you go to the next size up, you can buy it now for $789. Last sale $687. Something weird's going on there. Some of this stuff with StockX, people purchase it and it doesn't go through and all that. This one right here, I think will not hold its value like the other Travis Scott Jordan 1 Lows have in the past, because I think right now with current releases, people are not willing to spend $1,000 on shoes like this because prices of everything is super expensive. I think people are focusing on the cheaper, less expensive pair. As we talk about Travis Scott olives and how expensive resale and how hard they are to get, we're giving away a pair. Let's cut to that now. All right, guys, it is giveaway time, and we have a big one today. We're giving away a pair of olive Travis Scott Jordan 1 Lows. Incredible new release. Super excited about this, and the rules are very simple. 1, subscribe to the YouTube channel, which will be a button down below. Number 2, go ahead and follow me at harrisonnevel over on Instagram. Number 3, follow at Project Blitz over on Instagram. Number 4, there'll be a picture up on the screen that's on my Instagram of me holding this sneaker right here, and you have to go over and comment on that picture and tag 2 friends on that post. We'll be picking the winner in 3 weeks from today, and you'll get your size. So glad to team up with Project Blitz for this, and make sure you guys get your pair. This has been my favorite so far this year, I think. After filming this video, me and a friends noticed something a little bit weird that's happening specifically with a shoe, the Nike SB Dunk Travis Scott. Something very weird is happening. Now, I noticed something a few weeks ago where I went on there and the sales were kind of weird, and a lot of sales were happening at once, all at this price of $871. And as you guys well know, this is Nick's favorite shoe, so he's always on the market letting me know they were like $1,500 at one point, and now they're selling at $1,000, which is normal for the price to go down. But let's look at the sales. If we look, there's been a lot of sales today already, which is kind of odd for like a shoe that isn't super popular right now. Like, it came out a while ago, and yes, sales happen, but like this, and then the price specifically. Like when you're looking on here, look at this. 871, 871, 1072, 1072, 871, 871, 1072, 871, 871. All of these sales are the same odd price, and they're all happening today. But this also happened a few weeks ago, because I noticed that exact same number 3 or 4 weeks ago when I was looking at the market. A lot of size 11s. Like, what is happening? And are somebody dumping pairs off that are fake and trying to get them through GOAT? Is somebody like trying to just get rid of their inventory because they need the money? But it's been happening. And one of my buddies is friends with somebody who works at GOAT, and they kind of asked them about like what is happening with it. The guy from GOAT said that there's been a ton of pairs coming in, and they're all been real. So I don't know what's happening, and I'm kind of confused. That's what shoe specifically, and apparently they're real, and their sales all transacting at 871. What do you guys think? When I talk about the market crashing again potentially, this lies more with releases that are coming out, continuing to come out, and how that's gonna push things down. Now, how I see it is, as we've talked about it over the past few months, pairs have continued to go for under retail. Now, there are plenty of recent pairs that show evidence of this. These big old Nike Dunks, you have the Jordan 1s that are pink, you have these elephant print, the white cements. They all have been releasing and going for under retail. Now, one of the things of that could be Jordan 1 highs are not as popular as things like Dunks, but if you look at any Dunk that comes out now, they pretty much are selling at retail. Now, what I think is gonna happen is the more that Nike continues to put these releases out that don't do well, and it's not, I don't know if we wanna correlate to their fault, but if the market's not responding to what they're putting out, the more and more there will be of those pairs. So if they continue to do this for another 6 months, and there continues to be more and more pairs that sell for under retail, where does that leave it? That leaves us with a history of all these shoes going for under retail and only a select few going for over retail, and that is going to continue to make the prices go down because the retail is higher, more shoes are available, and people are going to be buying less shoes when there's so much more available. And the big point of that, which is a point that I made before, is that resale is gone on I don't know what the actual percentage would be. Let's just say 80% of releases maybe that were getting resellable before aren't resellable now. So you have a lot smaller margin. So when these resellers can't make $50 to $100 off of each pair, they're gonna stop buying them and they're gonna sit. So there also is some evidence that older pairs that have released and have hit a peak are coming down now as well. Overall, if we look at shoes like the Travis Scott Jordan 1 High, those at one point were $2,000 a pop on StockX. Now they're around $1,500. Those have dropped about $500. Are those going to continue to go down? That's pretty hard to say because I don't feel like there's a ton transacting day to day. But these Jordan 4 Thunders, this is a pair that a lot of people thought would be resellable because the colorway was very popular back in the day. And this has a high retail, which is a tough thing to battle when it comes to value holding. The retail was $210. Now, when these came out, they were going for about $450. Stores are selling them. That might seem crazy now, but we actually bought we bought this pair for $450. So they were going for that point. Now, once the little bit of the hype has died down, people started getting their pairs, they're back to like $240. So they've come down substantially. And I think this is a certain pair that is like that will continue to go down and not go up for at least the next year or two. Another interesting point of the market that I want to point out is Nike SBs. I think this Jarritos SB that came out is an anomaly of the SBs because there have been releases that have been coming out that have less stock than those, and they are going for retail now, like the Adobe Nike SBs. Like there's a lot of SBs that have come out. That's an anomaly. So I think a lot of SBs, there's not gonna be new releases of SBs that are gonna continue to hold the weight that those do. It's like there's specific shoes that are coming out that's like 2 or 3 a month that come out that are like, boom, bangers, and that's it. I mean, another point, one that was really popular, I haven't even checked these, the Tiffany Nike Air Force Ones. I got these for retail off of Sneakers, and they, at the time, were about $1,100 to $1,200. Let's see what they're at right now. So these have held, they're at $1,183. I think they've been very consistent. If you look at the graph since release, very consistent in price, and these aren't going down. It's an odd thing to think about because we went from a period of every shoe banger. Everyone wanted mids and they're reselling mids. Now it's here or there if something's gonna go crazy and it's just picking what you like. For me, the olives, we all knew it was gonna bang, but the Nike SB Jordan 4s, I knew I had to have those. I wish I'd bought more pairs because I bought them at $300. When I got them for retail, they were going for $300. And then the Jarritos, I got those resale market. I probably paid like $400 for them, which wasn't a bad price now. So to wrap up, is the sneaker market dying? No. Are there specific things that are gonna be more important to look after in the sneaker market? Yes. And is it a bad thing that these prices are going down? Absolutely not. It is a good thing and it gets more access to people to be able to get sneaker releases, but not for the ones that they want. I think everybody's avoiding all the shoes that are going for retail and under that aren't selling out, and they're all going for the ones that are going over. And then that inherently makes that shoe that could have been $200, $300 now $500. What do we do now? I don't know, because we all want Jordan 4 SBs, the price goes up. We all want Travis Olives, the price goes up. Nobody wants Panda Dunks anymore, the price goes down. So it's us as sneakerheads that are determining what happens, which it's always been. But I think a lot of people have gotten out of it for the sake of resale, which I think is good. I think because people call me a reseller. I'm not a reseller. I lose money on all the shoes I sell on my website because I try to take care of you guys. I'm not a reseller, so it doesn't affect me. I don't make my money off of reselling. I have totally different market. Shoes like this, which I'm looking at now, the quality is just so not great the way they put it together. This is straight from, if you want to buy shoes, my thing would be, I always have been in the mindset of save up for that one that you want, save up for that Travis Olive. Don't get the 4 pairs because now you're not going to be getting the resell out of them like you would before. Go for the 1 pair, save up, and get those. That's a lot of talking, a lot of information. I hope you guys did enjoy. If you want to keep seeing these market updates, let me know in the comments down below. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys next one. This is Harrison, signing out.